Hello guys, welcome to lesson 3 of HTML5. 3 of our HTML5. So today we're going to talk about how we insert table or how we define table into our web page. So there are 3 or 4 important tags in defining table. One is the table itself, table tag, and then the table data or table header, which is used to define table data or table header, and also the TR, which is defining a table row. And the common attributes for table are rowspan, colspan or column span, and also border. Before we dive into applying or inserting table, let me review first the previous lessons. So last meeting we discussed the text formatting. We discussed how to apply bold, underline, strong, italic, subscript and superscript, and so with inserting quotes and block quotes. Okay, let me show you how to insert table. Let's try to create a new file. Right click here and then select new file, and then we'll name it as day2.html. Okay, we already have day 2, and we'll try to close this one first, and then enable the preview. Okay, so let's start. Okay, just remember that all the content should be inserted inside the body tag. So the syntax for inserting table is you should start with defining the table. Okay, the next thing is defining the row using the row tag or TR tag. And the next is defining inside the TR or the table row tag, you insert TD. Okay. Okay, in this structure, we define one row and one data. Okay, so let's try example. We have here item. Okay, so as you can see in the preview window, you can see here the word item. So let's try to define another TD. You have here, price. Okay, so as you can see, there are already one row and at the same time 2 columns. So a column for the item and a column for the price. So it means to say TD could define the column and the TR defines the row. For instance, we wanted to have 3 columns, and then we have here unit and a number of items, and then another one TD, you have total. Okay, so in the preview we have item, price, number of items, and the total. So there are how many columns? There are 4 columns and 1 row. Okay. What about inserting another row? So you have to go back to or indicate again or insert again TR. And then you can define here, this one you can copy and paste, Control C and then Control V, and then replace the value. So we're talking about item, let's say pencil. So the pencil is, or the pencil belongs to the column item. And then the price, let's say the price is 15 pesos. Okay, so the number of item here is 100. And then the total is 150. Am I correct? Or 1,000. I mean 1,500. Okay, so we have there item, pencil, and then the price of the pencil is 15, and number of items is 100, and the total is 1,500. So what about entering another item? So this would be easy now because we already have a format. You just copy and paste the entire row below the second row, and then we will replace the value. Let's say book, a notebook, and then the price is 10, and then 100 pieces, so therefore you have 1,000. Okay, so we already have 4 columns and 3 rows. So as you can see, the border is not seen here, so therefore we have to use the attribute border in the table tag. So here you write border, and then equal, and then you specify the value. Let's say 1. See, so the border value 1 would mean a, what do you call this one, a double line border, something like that. It's like a layout of the table border. And if you use 0, so the border lines are not visible. If you use 2, this is another kind of borders, and then, or border style rather. What about a 4? Okay, so I think this is nice. Okay, let us continue. What if we add another row? So let's say we have another one, and then we have ball pen, and then we have here 10, 15, and then 1,500. So just like that. Okay, now what about this TH, or table header? So what's the difference between table data and table header? Let's try to replace this TD here at the in the first row. Okay, so that you could see the result. So let's have here the TH, and then the other one also TH. Sorry. Okay, what do you notice? The table label is darker, so it is being emphasized compared to the other items. They are not displayed in a bold style, or it is not being emphasized. So that's basically the difference between using the TD and TH. Okay, so let's go back. So to define the table, you use the table tag first, and then inside the table tag you insert or define table row, and then inside the table row are the data that is going to be placed within the row. And then if you add another table row, or table row, then you create another table row, or define another table row along with the content of that particular row. Okay, let's try defining another table. Okay, So we'll just copy and paste this one and then put it here, and then with the attribute order is equal to 1. Okay, by the way, let's use the break. Okay, so many breaks. Okay, so we have that. We already have space or spaces between the two table. Okay, we'll try to empty this one. We will not enter another one. I mean content of the table row. Okay, so we have here an empty row and column. So we have to copy this one. Okay, so let's try to put A, and then the other one B, C, D, Okay, the next table contains letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So there are 4 columns and 2 rows. So let us try to apply colspan. Colspan is used to merge columns. You want to merge 2 columns, 3 columns. So as you can see in our example, there are 4 columns, right? So what about if we're going to set the content? I mean, for instance, the content A should be written across 2 columns. Okay, so this is where we are going to apply the colspan. To clearly see the result of colspan attribute, let us try to add a new row at the top. Okay, so let's say there is no content for that particular row. Okay, so the first row now is empty, and then the rest of the rows have letters. So we wanted to merge the first 2 columns of the first row. Okay, the empty one. So where are we going to put that one? Let us try to write here in the first table row colspan, and then the number of columns that you wanted to merge. Oh wait, I think it is here that we're going to apply colspan. Sorry. Okay, so as you can see, the first 2 columns of the first row has already been merged. No, it's just so happened that there is no content. Sorry, for instance, we are going to put the letters. Sorry. Okay, and then there is an extra space. No, it's like the last column, or yeah, the last column has been shifted to the right, so we can remove this one since it's already an extra column. So that's it. So there is supposedly 4 columns, but then we expand or merge the 2 columns using the colspan attribute here, and then we put the word letter. So this is the result, And then since there is an extra, or that could produce an extra column, so therefore we have to delete the last TD here. It's like what I did just a while ago. Okay, and if you wanted to merge the three columns, you just indicate here 3. And again, you have to delete the extra TD tag. Okay, that's it for applying colspan or merging columns in a table. So what about the rowspan? How are we going to apply the rowspan? So if colspan means merging the two or more columns, then rowspan is merging rows. So that depends on the number of rows that you wanted to merge. For instance, here in our first row, there is one vacant here, one vacant column after merging the 3 columns here, this one here, and then this D refers to this tag here or TD, so this one here, and then the other one is on the last part here. So we wanted to merge that one, this one here. So let us try to delete the content, the H, and also the D. Okay, so the last column is already empty, and we wanted to merge that rows. So first row, second row, and third row. So we'll just merge that one into in that particular column. Okay, so let's go back to the first row, and then we apply just like how we apply the colspan. So we just write in here rowspan. And then since there are how many rows? There are 3 rows in there. So this is the first row for 1, 2, and then 3. And then this TD here, we wanted to merge it into 1, like that. So there are 3 rows to be merged. So we are going to write here 3. Okay, so what comes out here is that there is, since we merge or something like we added a merge row, and then it shifted the extra column shifted to the right. So therefore these two empty, the one that we delete the content, should be also be deleted, just like what we did in the colspan. So this is the extra one, this one here, this one, these two. We're going to delete that one, and so with the other. So as you can see, we were able to merge the 3 rows. And then let us try to put content here so that we could see a letter. Okay, just like that. So that's how you apply the attributes rowspan and colspan. And so with the border. Okay? I hope that is already clear to you. By the way, rowspan, colspan, and border are not just the attributes of the table. As we go along and discuss CSS, using the CSS, you could have a better design, table design with matching color, and also the types of border. Right? So we'll just do that one once we discuss the CSS. Okay, now in the table, what is nice there, or one of the application of table, is you can isolate the content, right? So you can isolate the picture, you can also isolate the texts. So it's just like one of the technique in layouting the content of your page. Alright, that's all for this video, and I hope you learned something from this.